Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Sherlock Holmes Crimes and Punishments. In the last episode we found a quarry, or a mine. It was a mine, not a quarry. Very different thing. And now we're about to head off into a station here between Chesterfield and Evesham that doesn't have a name, and that kind of confuses me, but we're going to head off and see what's there. Oh, it's Doncaster! It's kind of funny because I live quite close to Doncaster. It doesn't look like this. Waiting hall, okay. Warehouse. Shall I just go in? Let's just go in, talk to the station master. It seems to be a good place to start with all of these, doesn't it? This station looks very nice though. It has hanging plants. Hello? What the hell? He just threw a cigarette on the floor.
He looks anxious.
And he is not an Englishman.
Alright, Sherlock, calm down. What brand is it? Time to do that tobacco knowledge. Sniff.
This scent is familiar to me, but in order to recognize it, I must combine my associations into one picture.
I'm going to assume that that is a sombrero, and that we are in fact talking about a Mexican cigar. Hang on, so if I just get that to line up... Doesn't look quite right, does it? I feel like I need to zoom in. Of course, I could have it the wrong way around. It could be that it's supposed to go like that. Yeah, there we go. We have this one as well.
A greenish-brown cigar with a strong aroma, a hint of peppermint.
Peppermint.
Ricardo.
You already know the name of this man? Holmes, you amaze me.
No, Watson, I refer to the cigar. It is a Ricardo Turrent, a Mexican cigar of an excellent quality. Quite an expensive one, too.
Well, that man obviously didn't care because he threw it on the ground. Admittedly, it was probably down ashtray, huh? And a burnt piece of paper.
This ashtray is full of ash and cigar stubs. A greenish-brown cigar with a strong aroma, a hint of peppermint. These ashes and cigar stubs are similar to the one that we found on the floor. Some of the stubs were recently smoked. There are others that appear fairly old.
That means that the fellow spent several days here. Judging by his clothes, he's hardly a traveller or a tramp.
Well concluded, my dear fellow. A man who smoked the Ricardo brand of Mexican cigar spent several long days at Doncaster Station.
Interesting. And what does this piece of paper say?
Apparently, there was a conflict between the Mexicans and the Chileans.
We can examine the ashtray.
This ashtray is full of ash and cigar stubs.
Okay. What did that note say? Mexican cigars, we can talk to him. Piece of paper. A burnt note that was found in the ashtray at Doncaster Waiting Hall. It still has a few legible sentences that highlight a conflict between the Mexicans and the Chileans. So that kind of poo-poos the whole idea of no grudge. But we don't really have anything to put together yet, so let's see what else we can find here. This is a very nice station, these plants and stuff. Very nice indeed. Can I actually go into the ticket office? Where did that man go? Just buggered off. I thought that jacket was a man hiding by the door. Oh, office table. Anything interesting in here? Horse racing magazine.
Newspaper articles on horse racing. Hurdle, steeplechase and flat racing He is a true enthusiast, Holmes.
Tickets? Betting ticket, huh?
Betting slips for horse racing. The sums are quite impressive.
It can be an expensive vice. This man had probably used all his savings.
Or he's just very rich. And he's already smoking expensive cigars, right? £2 back in the day was quite a lot of money. Okay, anything else in here?
A telegraph.
A telegraph. Okay, well, there doesn't appear to be anything else here. Is there anything outside that I should worry about? Good Lord, Watson, you scared the crap out of me. Is there a... I think rail side? Is there like a storehouse?
Holmes, look.
Oh.
There's a flooded area over here.
I believe that the flooded area might be worth checking.
Okay, sure. Oh, there's the man right there. Can I go into the luggage? Anything in here, or is this locked? It is open. Everybody say it with me now. Postal bags?
Railway post bags. This post bag belongs to the station master.
I'm sure he won't mind if I go through the letters. A letter to lawyer? Corwell Advocate Agency, Main Road, BR6 9HJ, Bromley, London. In reply to your last warning letter, I wish to assure you that I shall soon honour all of the latest instalments that I need to pay according to my debts. Yours faithfully, Edward Duff. Don't know who that is. There's a letter to the wife.
The station master appears to have found himself in some financial trouble.
7 Alpine Street, Bashford, Nottinghamshire. My darling, I ask you to trust me this time. I shall soon have more than enough money to repay the house mortgage. It's only a matter of days. You may continue living in the house without me, since that is your wish. Please know that I still care about you and hope that you will forgive me one day, despite all of the harm that I have caused in recent years. Yours, Edward. Right, so the station master is open to money. Let's go check over here first before we talk to the master. Red flags. I'm not going out there, am I? You think I need a net or something? There's nothing to interact with here. Alright, okay, I'll talk to the station master instead, huh? Wait, let me just quickly check the warehouse. Usually something in here, but this time round doesn't look like it. Okay. Let's talk to the station master.
Good day to you, sir. My name is Sherlock Holmes, and this is Dr. John Watson. We are investigating the case of the vanished train.
Is that so? Well, good day, gentlemen. I am Mr. Duff, the station master of this station. I'll be happy to help you in any way I can, but there's not much that I can tell you about last night.
Oh. Well, that's not that helpful. Alright, well, let me do a profile. He's not drunk, at least. Melancholy. Nice. There you see, he was just bloody melancholic, I say. Buttons? Missing button? I'm guessing the missing button's gonna be like, his wife didn't fix his clothes. Ring mark, recently divorced, yep. Oh, pocket. No watch. Ooh, that's bad. What can you tell me about the flooded area?
It appears that you may be at risk of some flooding along the line here.
You mean that the whole bloody lake is at our feet?
Quite so. But it is strange. because according to my map, there should be a quarry here, and behind that, the lake.
How should I know? I only arrived here a few months ago.
And where did you work before that?
I was working in Nottingham, but I asked for a quieter place, so they transferred me here. Life is cheaper. I can't really complain.
What can you tell me about the passengers?
Did any passengers leave or board the train last night?
No. I saw no one as usual. I reported the train's passage by telegraph, just the same as all the other nights.
Are you a gambling man?
I observe that you are a gambling man, Mr. Duff. You had hoped that your relocation to this small town might have helped ease your addiction, but it was not to be.
Oh, he had the stubs.
Addiction
Okay.
to what?
He was the one with the gambling. Okay, I thought it was the dude who was smoking the cigars, but no, that is very much incorrect. It is Mr. Duff here. Horse racing tickets.
We found a number of horse racing tickets inside your office. Well, well, we all have our weaknesses. An expensive obsession, surely, for a station master.
It is none of your business. I occasionally attend the races with my colleagues. And anyway, that's my private life.
What can you tell me about the Mexican?
There was a gentleman of Mexican origin, I believe, in the waiting room. Did you notice him?
What? A Mexican? Here in the back of beyond? Are you quite sure about that?
Goodbye, sir. It is obvious that we cannot inspect the quarry. Instead, we can check the beach area around the flooded lake. Watson, it seems that both South American companies were involved in the purchase of the mine.
The man at Doncaster who flared our approach, he smokes Mexican cigars. Perhaps...
Yes, Watson. We should certainly speak with him.
We have a new deduction apparently. What have we got? We've got Doncaster Master received money. The station master at Doncaster received money recently. He assured his lawyer and his ex-wife that he would be sending them money and brought horse racing tickets despite the fact he can ill afford them. The Doncaster station master reported by telegraph the arrival and departure of the vanished train. Right, is that somehow a conflict of interest? Yes. It passed Doncaster. The train passed through Doncaster station. The station master reported it. The train never passed through Doncaster station. The station master lied and sent a false report. Perhaps he was bribed with the money he desperately needed. I'm going to go with that assumption for now. That doesn't conflict with anything else we know. Good. Do we have any other clues we could use here? Stolen track, flooded quarry. Could that be related somehow? No. Okay. I don't think we can do anything yet. Let's go have a look at the beach. See if we can find any information around the around this. Is it a place I can go to on the map, or is it a... Yeah, it is. Beach. Let me just double check I haven't missed anything here. I feel like I'm supposed to be able to do something here. Walk the tracks up and down. I feel like there's something here, and I just... Because look, there's a track that goes off this direction here.
This railway branch should lead to the quarry. Let us take a look. The rail is rusted and looks old, but the railway is still usable.
Does this work?
The switch is rusted, but it still works.
Put that back, just in case I send a train careening into the quarry that is in fact flooded. But that could be another place that the train ended up. Maybe. That could be an issue. Yeah, look. Stolen tracks.
The railway ends here. That is strange.
Can I do anything here? We learned something new here. More stolen tracks, I guess. Stolen track and the old railway to the quarry. Fine. and that has opened up the railway to the quarry. Somebody stole the rails to temporarily cover the missing section of the old railway to the flooded quarry. Somebody stole the rails to temporarily cover the missing section of the railway into the mines. I mean, right now, mines is my current theory. Inside the mines. The train is sealed underneath the collapsed mines. But if I change this to quarry, right? Okay, that doesn't fit the rest of my assumptions. I'm still going to go with the mine, I think, for now. Because otherwise none of these other things would make sense. But we're going to stick with my current thought, and maybe we'll change it once I get a bit more information. Right now, I think it's in the mines. I think this is a fight between the Chileans and the Mexicans. And then Robinson was defrauding them all? Including his insurance, which is like, that's kind of the theory that I have. Is that this is like the machine never worked or something, and this is all just some giant scam. Right, let's go travel to... Oh, how do we find the man who's smoking cigars? Do we think he's just back in here? Do you think now he saw me leave? Came through the window. Aha! Mate.
Please, sir, we would ask you not to leave. We have some questions.
Are you the police?
No, we are employed by the railway company. We are collecting witness statements about the train that disappeared last night.
Lo siento, I'm in a hurry.
Really? It seemed that you were waiting here for someone. Could you tell us if you were at the station last night?
No, I just arrived from South America.
A formidable journey, no doubt. Which country are you from?
De Chile.
You're Chilean, but you're smoking Mexican cigars? I mean, I guess that's not impossible. Let's see what we can find here. Wrinkles. A bow tie, like a hero. Smart clothes. Strong build. Martial arts? Okay, so we can fight. Expensive cigar. I thought you were Mexican.
Chile? But you are Mexican.
No, you are wrong. Why would you think I'm Mexican?
Because you're smoking Mexican cigars.
Because of your cigars.
Sí, cigarrillos. So what?
Those cigars are the Ricardo brand, from Mexico. It is quite impossible to find them anywhere but there.
Pero not your business.
What is your business here?
I don't suppose that you are on vacation. What business brought you here?
I was to meet my fellow compañeros, who were due to arrive yesterday. They were on that damn train. I will stay here and hope that the authorities find them, or their bodies. It's now my responsibility to repatriate them.
Who authorized you to do that?
The company I work for.
Could you tell me the name of the company?
It's not your concern.
And what is your name?
Enough questions. Buenas tardes.
Not a very friendly man, and he is lying. He said that he just arrived, but we know that he has been here for several days.
Okay, we got some more deductions we can make here. Suspicious Mexican and Doncaster. Can we relate that to the coal and the Chileans? Yes, we can. So, instead of no grudge, we have that the Mexicans are angry. The Mexican Caracal Company held a grudge against the Chilean Barracas group, as the Chileans were favored for purchasing the WEA coal mines, despite the Mexicans' preliminary sales contract. I'm going to go with that. It doesn't conflict anything, and it gives us another theory here, that it was a Mexican trap. The Mexicans organized the Chileans' stay on the train. That is why the controller removed all of the passengers, except for the Chileans. That seems a little far-fetched, but... oh god. Apparently this has led us to actually have a solution here. We haven't been to the last place, but what are my options here? The Mexicans sealed in the Chileans. It was carefully planned murder. The Mexicans killed the Chileans and sealed the train underneath the collapsed mines to hide their crime. Blind justice. The Mexicans' inhumanity towards the Chileans has cost many lives. We must act quickly. Contract Lestrade and allow the police to perform their loud and swift justice, even at the risk of international conflict. Or we can play the political game. A criminal organisation such as this cannot be confronted directly. It requires a delicate approach. Give Mycroft the chance to resolve the conflict, even though it might be protracted and turned to his own advantage. I'm going to not do anything just yet. I am favoured more towards the Mycroft option. Having the police storm in and arrest foreign gangsters is probably not going to end well. But let's go to the beach.
Here we are at the beach that is located near the quarry and Doncaster Station. It doesn't look like a very good place to rest.
Heavy vehicle
These
traces
were made by a carriage. Look. Nothing interesting here.
My bad. I thought that middle track was the... Oh no. Man, that's
the
wide.
distance between the tracks is about 6 feet 7 inches.
Because we still haven't found the cart.
The vehicle would have been heavy, as these tracks are quite deep.
Wait,
The
stone.
vehicle pressed this stone into the ground. It would have been quite heavy. These traces are relatively fresh and were made by a large truck loaded with materials. The traces found at the disassembled shed near Evesham and at the lake were from the same vehicle.
Okay. What's down here? Looks like somebody's garden. Really funny if there was like another crime where somebody just decided to steal some tracks and it wasn't related at all to anything. What's this? Boat trip advertisement.
An advertisement for lake cruises.
Here's a carton. Carton? Carriage. I don't know why I'm saying all the wrong words today. Looks a bit broken though.
An abandoned gypsy caravan. This place was abandoned fairly recently.
And there's blood everywhere. Jesus, what happened? That fire looks relatively fresh though. Clothes are still on the line.
Observing the coastline and the moored boats, we are able to see that the lake's water level dropped. The lake has flooded the quarry. The dam was probably breached.
Oh. Was it breached because a bloody train went through it? Refuse left on the sand. A metal plate. Las Zarpas.
A label with the name Las Zarpas.
What is that? How does that help me? I think it means we have to look in the carriage. Try and work out what it is. Hang on. Is this going to throw my entire theory into disarray? Is it in the lake? Yeah, search Las Zarpas. Okay, hang on. Is it with newspapers? Oh god, we have I have access to all of my things. It's not going to be newspapers, right? When were those lake cruisers? Wait, hang on. Is there a was there a date on that? Surely they'd have given me some sort of date, right? Nope. Okay, never mind. Can I look at it in my inventory? Zap. Am I actually going to have to go through every single thing until I find something that looks... We could be related to something to do with Doncaster, I guess? Flying lobsters. Sunday. Jack the Ripper. Scotland Yard opens, or New Scotland Yard. Ah, in encyclopedias and Las Zapas, barge transportation. The Las Zapas barges are leaders in heavy goods transportation. The Las Zapas label belongs to the Mexican consortium Caracao, who cover shipping, electricity services, and mining.
Here it is.
How does that help me? I have a new deduction. Hang on. The Mexican Caracal have barges. Guess that could change the flooded quarry? No. Special carriage, huh? That's added... here, maybe? No. Wait, where did that add something? Oh, down here. The Mexicans had recently utilized barges at the lake, probably to transport something very heavy, like a train. Oh, God. The train could have been sunk in the flooded quarry at Doncaster Station. Cannot be sunk. The train cannot be sunk in the flooded quarry because the old railway that leads there is missing some rails. But they stole rails. And there was heavy cart tracks which could have had the railway bits in, whereas at the mine they were only light tracks, right? So maybe it could be sunk, which is going to conflict our mine here. The train passed through Chesterfield Station despite our being unsure if the station master sent the report. That has to have passed through Chesterfield. Railway to the quarry. Somebody used the rails to cover the missing section of the old railway to the flooded quarry. Wait. Why are you still... Huh. Okay, we've got a lot of red going on right here. I guess that means it was sabotage? Why? What to do with this one? Chileans were left. I put that as an accident, maybe? And then it has to have passed Chesterfield, right? Right. Train has been sunk in the flooded quarry, right? The Robinson's motive, he could be a victim, I guess. Yeah, no, it can't be concealment, obviously, because it's in the quarry. So have I still got clues left? You have found all the clues in the case. Okay. The Mexicans are angry. We put no grudge. No, I think they were left on purpose, maybe. Robinson is a victim. The Chileans made the train vanish in order to steal the prototype from Mr. Robinson. That doesn't fit with the sabotage, that would be concealment. And that breaks everything else! Ah, Mexicans angry. That's what I was missing. Yes, the Mexicans drowned the Chileans. Right, I was staring at this screen for a while. I'm going to cut it out of the video because it was very uninteresting, but I couldn't get this to work, and then I realized I hadn't changed. The Mexicans were angry. I was like, it's the Mexicans. They sunk the barge. That's my current theory. It makes more sense because there was heavy track marks by the quarry, and I think that's what I'm going to base it on. So I'm going to go with the Mexicans drowned the Chileans. It was carefully planned murder. The Mexicans killed the Chileans and sank the train in the flooded quarry to hide their crime. So we can either do blind justice, this is their loud and swift, or political game. I'm going to go with the political game. So I don't think blind justice is going to work here, so let's go political. I'm going to confirm my choice.
Then the case is solved, Holmes. What do you intend to do?
Well, I shall require assistance for the arrests. There were accomplices.
Ah, but I know that look. You have your own ideas. What are they, Holmes?
On the one hand, we have the local constabulary and advice from our friend Lestrade. The problem we have there is that the authorities seem to be incapable of acting quietly. They rely on brute force. It could result in an international scandal. Our other option is Brother Mycroft and his tedious political games. He will locate the guilty parties without any trouble, but it will be a long and drawn-out process, and possibly with some compromise that will be to Mycroft's benefit. But I think I'd prefer to give Mycroft a chance. We should overlook our personal differences on this occasion.
Let us go home, then. I'd like to begin writing a draft of this story.
I did not say that we had finished here yet.
Well, all right. What did I miss?
Watson, we know that the Barcazas Company directors were drowned in the flooded quarry, along with the train and Robinson's prototype. But we still need to corner the guilty party.
But how do you intend to prove... Oh, no. Please don't tell me we have to dive into the lake.
You may rest assured that I have a far better idea. We have only to use our corrupt Doncaster station master as bait. He will unwittingly trap our Mexican friend.
Of course, you already had a plan. I shall follow you, Holmes.
Well, the case is solved, and we shall be heading home. And may we have 2 tickets to London, please?
Right away. Wait a minute. You've solved the case?
In a manner of speaking, can you believe that the rescue service miraculously saved one of the Chileans who were on board the train? The police have ordered his immediate escort to London on the next train.
He pulled through, then? He's alive?
Yes, by extreme good fortune. His condition is quite serious, and the method of transportation has its risk, but he will be held securely by the doctor and police officers. The gentleman carries some vital information on this case. I am sure of it.
Ah, really?
Your station will be famous, Mr. Duff. The journalists will be here before you know it. Goodbye, sir.
Goodbye, gentlemen.
Gentlemen, you are under arrest.
Caramba! You traitor! You double-crossed me!
Uh-oh. Do I get to shoot someone? That was a good shot, Watson. Jesus.
Good shot, Watson. I always knew you were a talented marksman.
I didn't want another life lost in this case, Holmes.
Oh my God! I thought I was a dead man.
You shouldn't be so glad about it. You'll be up before the judge.
Your testimony will be of great importance to the investigation. I would remind you that your cooperation will be the best way to ease your sentence. By the way, Watson, would you be so kind as to give me some shooting lessons later on?
Yes, but not in our sitting room, and not with you wearing a blindfold.
Absolutely brilliant. It was carefully planned murder. The Mexicans killed the Chileans and sank the train to hide their crimes. The dam breach was played to their advantage. They used their own barges to keep the train on the run for a few seconds and then sank it in the flooded quarry. The railway tracks were removed to hide the crime. A criminal organization such as this cannot be confronted directly. It requires a delicate approach. The decision was made to give Mycroft the chance to resolve the conflict. Let's press space and see if it was... Hey! The Mexicans drowned the Chileans. But I think before I press accept decision, I'm going to end this episode here. It should start a new case in the next episode. So I'm going to thank you all so much for being here. Please like, subscribe, let me know what you think. Your comments are greatly appreciated. Thank you again to the members of the channel and the coffee supporters. It really does mean the world to me. And as always, I'll see you next time.